what an interesting couple of days it's been so far this week. Well, okay, lads, so it's the older what's the score? Yeah, so I got a video out yesterday, which was a few days late, so it was kind of timed a bit weird. So this is more of an update, but a fucking big update as well, because the news that has just broke. So let's get into it. Anyway, yeah, Margaret Byrne has resigned from Sunderland. And quite frankly, well, she's a fucking idiot. She goes into hiding as well. Well, you know, I can understand why people were saying what safeguarding measures and all sorts of crap were put in place while Adam Johnson's suspension was lifted. But at the same point, all these charities are, and all this whatever it fucking a women's rights group. No, I'm not being sexist here. They're just a bunch of nosy bastards. I mean, the club's reviewing the policy anyway to make sure that is adequate. They've said that in a club statement. And I've got a few little snippets here because I've got it loaded up my phone ready, you see. So I'm going to need my glasses for this though, because the fucking writing is tiny. So here we go, lads, here we go. Right. So the board of Sunderland AFC has today accepted the resignation of Margaret Byrne. By the way, I'm not reading the whole fucking thing. Fuck that. Right. Whilst swift and decisive action was taken to terminate Adam Johnson's employment upon his guilty plea, decisions taken prior to this, including the decision not to suspend him for a second time, pending the outcome of the trial, were wrong. Well, I suppose so. However, there's a big but in this though. In light of what is acknowledged with Margaret as a serious error of judgment, basically a catastrophic fucking mistake, on her part, we have undertaken a full review of the club's decision-making process to ensure that there can be no such mistakes in the future. Fair enough, I suppose. Throughout this deeply regretful situation, we recognise that one devoted young fan and her family have been very badly let down, first and foremost by Mr. Johnson and his despicable actions. Fully agree there, fully agree. But also by the club they support. We are so very sorry for this. And here's the key thing. Mr. Johnson lied to the club. He also lied to our fans, and they have every right to feel aggrieved by this. Lessons have been learned, and we hope that the club and its fans can move forward from this together. But in Margaret Byrne's statement, Adam Johnson had told not only her, everyone at the fucking club, including the board, that on all 4 charges, he was actually going to plead innocent. Innocent. He's got to plead not guilty to all 4 of the charges. But then, here's where I can understand why, yes, he maybe should have been suspended for a second time. Margaret Byrne chose not to act on the fact that Johnson admitted to kissing the 15-year-old. However, he was still going to deny all of the damn charges. So what do you do? It's 6 and 2 3s. The law the law works both ways. Fuck, trust me, I've had enough of it in my lifetime. No, not bad things. I haven't been a bad boy. Don't worry. But yeah, so I can understand why. Yes, he should have been suspended for a second term. However, Margaret Byrne decided not to pass the kissing information on to the board and completely overlooked it. For what reasons, we do not know why. She hasn't really explained that in her statement, but she's admitted at least she made a mistake. So to be honest, where does Sunderland go from here? Well, like they've said in the statement, the young girl, who by the way, she's still not that innocent. I don't care what anyone says, she's old enough. Like my nan would say, you're big enough and ugly enough to look after yourself, even at 15 years old. You still know what's right and you still know what is wrong. It's as simple as that. So, but yes, I do feel sorry for her in a way as well. But it's gone. He'll be going to jail. She can come back and she can enjoy playing. She can enjoy watching football again. Just don't go kissing any fucking footballers anytime soon. Word of advice for you there. So yeah, we all need to move on. We should all need to kick on. What's done has been fucking done. People have got their wish. They've got their lengthy statements. They've got a statement from Margaret Byrne. They've got a resignation. Move on. Don't drag it through the water. You drag it through the water, all you're doing is just hurting the not so innocent young lass, So And there is a reason why she's not so innocent, because 2 days after the trial, she was spotted at a party sniffing lines of cocaine. Oh yes, eyes and ears every fucking where. And chasing after boys. What does that really say to you? There is a saying I could say, but to be honest, as it's a child, no. I'll draw the line somewhere. If I verbally say it, yeah, but I'm not going to say it on here. Yeah, I'll show some respect at least. But what does that really tell you about the person in general? So both as bad as each other. That is apparently and clearly fucking obvious. But never mind. So we all need to just move on. Just kick on. It's done. That's it. It doesn't have to play on anyone's mind. All these reporters that are bombarding Allardyce with questions, they can just go fuck themselves now. There's no need to drag it through the ringer anymore. End of. Done. So moving on. So, as you saw in yesterday's video, I went for a job interview at Asda, and I was semi-successful. I didn't get the job at first that I went for, but they kept my details in case another opportunity opened up. And lo and behold, on the Monday I put that video out, I get a phone call from Asda offering me a position. So yeah, literally 5 days after being rejected. So that's not too fucking shabby, is it? You know. Here's me aiming off maybe for the summer to get a position, but there's a big hoo-ha at Asda at the minute, because obviously all the restructuring and that, because they are really trying hard to put customers first, you know, and obviously it's a tough market to be in, isn't it? You know, what with the likes of Tesco's, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, but then you have the likes of Aldi, where I do shop, Lidl, never really stepped foot in the place to be honest. You got Farm Foods as well, love that shop, it's brilliant for value. So, you know, and Asda, they are trying to slowly start to compete with the likes of Aldi. They're a long way off, give them credit, but you know, at least they're a company that, unlike the likes of Tesco's or Morrison's, they've acknowledged that, you know, while they try offer the best value, you know, maybe they are lagging behind the likes of Aldi and Lidl, you know, which is good to see. You know, so they are trying to correct things, and it's going to be good because it's a fresh take, you know, and I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely over the moon. So I'll finish work in my current job end of next week, and that'll be that, thank God. Because while I'm grateful to have had a job, you know, it's been the last 3 odd years in total have just been they've been hell. They have, you know, there's been no enjoyment factor. There really hasn't. I mean, I know I enjoy going to work for my family. Yes, of course I do. But there's been no real enjoyment factor. It's just to go in, clock in, do your job, go home. You know, you can have a laugh every now and then with people, but even then, people always have bad days as well. So you can't really talk to anyone. And yeah, you know. So glad to be moving on. Grateful to have had the job, definitely. So don't get me wrong. You know, especially given the fact there could be people just up the road at Empower that lose their jobs pretty soon, potentially. So yeah, things are looking up, because the final thing I'm going to talk to you about as well is the live stream. So I did a little bit of a test. I think a few of you saw the video. I didn't realise the video gets made public. It wasn't meant to get made public, and of course I got a copyright claim because of music in the background. Which YouTube, man, seriously, you know, you put something in place where if you put in the title test broadcast, you can't earn money or anything off it. I'm not, you know, get lost. Honestly, that frustrated me so much. Within half an hour of finishing the broadcast, copyright claim. Fuck off! I'm not interested. It was a test broadcast, you know, but that went damn well. You know, it was medium quality, but even then, it still looked pretty damn good. So it was only about 13, 14 minutes, but gonna hopefully try to do a little longer. Maybe Friday afternoon. Try to get a little longer in there, half hour to 45 minutes. See what I can do there. So if you want to jump on, I'm not sure what time I'll be starting, but keep an eye on the Facebook and Twitter pages, and I'll let you know what time I start. If you want to come over, watch, let me know what the quality's like. Let me know. Don't worry too much about the sound quality of my voice at the minute, because I tried using the old Turtle Beach that I had. The volume's shit. Fuck that. So I'm using the PlayStation one, which isn't too bad. Of course, it's not crystal clear quality, but it does the job. You know, you can hear what I'm saying. That's all you need to hear, really, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully get that sorted on Friday as well. So things are looking up. And fuck me, it's only Tuesday. Jesus Christ, it's only Tuesday and things are really looking up. I can't wait. I really can't. You know, just to move on with my life and finally, I don't know, have some clarification, have a meaning to my life. You know, I've got a bit of a meaning anyway. You know, with my partner and the kids. You know, couldn't go to work today because my son and my partner were ill. Hence why I'm able to do this video. You know, and yeah, things are looking up at last. Clarity is great. So I've been the True Mackem. Leave your comments below. And well, I might do a football video at the weekend. It depends if I find the time. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Because if I do, there's only one big game I'm going to watch. McLaren's still in charge at Newcastle. They're still taking the time with that one. Come on, Leicester. Because then it's the derby coming up soon. Very special video coming up for that as well. I'll see you all later.